All right, everyone, welcome to this daily Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is for Tuesday, June 5th, 2018. All right, so today we have the moon shifting into Aquarius. We could see the theme around our individualism, maybe wanting to get involved with our community or global matters. And we have two important aspects taking place as we go into tomorrow. Mercury is going to conjoin the sun, which could give us a bit of busy energy mentally perhaps, or maybe with those communications or routine. And Venus is going to be opposite Pluto. So maybe some transformation taking place with relationships, wanting depth, wanting deeper connections, and our personal needs being emphasized in those relationships. So we'll talk about how to balance that as well. All right, so let's look at all of this here in more detail when we return. All right, so we're going to be looking at the sky here for this Tuesday. Again, we are using the actual size of the constellations on this channel. So if you are new, check out that link down below because the signs are different. All right, so Aquarius, new shift here, new energy for today and tomorrow. The theme likely around our freedom of self-expression, individualism, being our true selves, you could say. And because of that, wanting to then focus on maybe larger matters, maybe the world at large, maybe it's more like our community or network circles or friends, things like this could be the theme. And where these two come together is essentially where our individualism meets what the world needs or meets what our community needs, right? It's that synergy there between the two. And really when we do access that sense of individualism, we do find that contribution, you could say, with the community, etc. All right, so themes around this, and just really good to get involved with this kind of progressive energy when the moon is in Aquarius. And of course, we do have this Sun and Mercury still in Taurus. So this whole lunar month, these past few weeks have been about cultivating our inner resources, bringing in some stability within, which translates to stability without, externally. And today we have a conjunction between the Sun and Mercury. So this is going to increase as the day unfolds and go into tomorrow. So this conjunction does happen about 6 times a year. So what is that? Once every 2 months. Nothing out of the ordinary here, but really good for cultivating, I think, what is a bit of energy behind what we're thinking about, what we're communicating, and also what we're involved with in the daily routine. So it could be a busy day for some of us. There could be a lot of that fire energy behind the mind, behind the communications. So anything that we can do to help bring some present moment awareness to the mind, to what we're speaking, to what we're doing in the routine can help balance this out if you are feeling a bit of what sometimes can be a bit of scattered energy. It's just, again, this sort of sun fire, right? The sun engulfing Mercury here can sort of, put a lot of that energy behind mercurial things. So really good for like writing things down, speaking, expressing ourselves with someone we trust or someone we're close to, just to kind of get the energy moving in such a way that is constructive, right? And again, awareness of that helps also balance that out. So really good today, I think, for all those types of things that do involve that type of energy. Even good for creative energy, because again, the sun is that creative life force. All right, so with that conjunction, we do have Venus opposite Pluto. So this is a yearly transit, and this conjunction started about 6 months ago. If you do relate anything back to about 6 months ago, that had to do with a new transformation with relationships, maybe specifically your relationships, or maybe just your perspective of relationships. But today and tomorrow, really good time to do this status check with how can we connect deeply to those that are close to us in our life, or maybe just in an everyday sphere, right? Connecting deeply with just day-to-day interactions in such a way that we are non-attached. We are recognizing that with this aspect, we do want some depth. We do want some intensity. Again, that deep connection. but doing so with non-attachment, because Pluto does bring up what is essentially our fears. Maybe it's fears of loss, of not having, when it comes to matters pertaining to relationships. And so anything we can do to be non-attached to what we want, recognizing the deep need, but accepting it, accepting not having what we want, helps the energy flow. So with oppositions, this can sometimes be coming from an external party. Oppositions are like Libra in the sense that it's usually about relationships and that someone else might present the energy to us. So really good day for, again, recognizing the collective need here for that depth, for that deep truth, and doing that consciously, right? Getting involved consciously with that, observing, and even within ourselves, observing anything that does arise that may be rooted in fear, which might be maybe wanting something to be a certain way, certain type of control, something like that. And that observation can also help balance this out. All right, so really good here, though, for just that, connecting deeply with our relationships when doing so consciously, and also just sort of doing a status check with what are our deeper values. You know, Venus is fundamentally about what we value, and Pluto is, of course, that depth. So really good day for doing a status check with that. And with this opposition taking place between Gemini and Sagittarius, enjoying the connection of communication and understanding and being curious, because that's where the enjoyment is right now with Venus. Gemini is all about learning. That curiosity, inquisitiveness can be a really good way of balancing that out, while also seeing the big picture, right? Pluto in Sagittarius, seeing the larger perspective of things, being open-minded, really good as well to help balance this out. All right, so those are the two most important things taking place here today. They will be increasing as the day unfolds and going into tomorrow. A couple minor lunar aspects, moon sextile Uranus, really emphasizing the Aquarius energy. I think, again, the backdrop will be about that freedom of self-expression, of being who we are on a true level, right, our true self, and seeing where that does match with the with our friends, our community, the world at large, and really getting into that progressive energy. We also do have a little bit of grounded energy with the moon sextile Saturn, and of course the Sun and Mercury in Taurus, which is this grounded time of cultivating our, again, inner stability and inner resources. All right, so a fantastic day, everyone. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow for the daily forecast. Take care.